Hi, I'm Lois Nesbitt. Welcome to Everyday Yoga. Today's focus, yoga for driving. Many of us spend more than 1 or 2 hours a day in a car. It's not the best place for your body. It can wreak all kinds of havoc on your hips, your lower back, your shoulders, your neck. Unfortunately, the problem is often in the shape of the car seats themselves. Many cars have what we call a bucket seat, which simply means that your butt is lower than your knees. So you're like this. It's not clear. I can even exaggerate a little bit. You're in a really low sports car. Your knees way high like this. What's happening here is you do have a little arch in your lower back, but you're compressing the front of the hip, tightening up the hip flexor muscles called the psoas. When these muscles get tight and you go to stand up, the lower back can go into spasm. So this is not a healthy way to be sitting in your car. What's a better position? If you saw my video about typing, this will come as no surprise. You really want a chair in your car, a seat in your car. If you saw my Everyday Yoga video about using a computer, this will look familiar to you. This is the ideal seat. The seat itself is horizontal. It's parallel with the ground, meaning the thigh bones are parallel with the ground. The back of the seat is vertical, and it supports your spine straight up, not pushing forward, not leaning back. Shin bones down below the knees. Feet can reach the pedals of the car with no problem, but you don't feel like they're crowded. So this is where we want to be when we're driving. Now we're going to go out and check out a real car so you can see how difficult this is to achieve. This is my antique Toyota, 1994 Toyota Corolla. Wonderful little car, seen me through a lot of miles, a lot of good times. Alas, didn't come with the best seat. As you can see, the seat slants down on the back, the support for the back goes back, and this part under my legs is tipped back also. So when I sit in this chair, the seat, all the things I was talking about are happening. The front of the hip is getting compressed. The lower back gets arched too much. The knees and feet are not in good alignment. And then I'm also rounding forward, and I can't even see over the steering wheel. So this is not an optimal setup. However, it's not easy to change your car seats. There's some legal issues about the car and the insurance. So, my father to the rescue. Ingenious, simple solution. Took some pieces of industrial foam, and he cut them so that there would be a base to support my lower body, and a second one to support my upper back. So what you see now is we've basically recreated the ladder back chair that you saw inside. Now when I sit, my thighs are more parallel, my upper back is more straight, I have a good view out of the road ahead of me. I call this my retard setup, and I'm a little embarrassed about it. So, because I drive in the Hamptons, I care about appearances. So I just, in a very casual way, throw a beach towel over the whole setup, so no one's the wiser. But I will tell you that the first summer that I didn't have this little setup, I had really serious back trouble from driving around my teaching. Ever since we set things up like this, no problems. The only caveat here is that now that I am further forward, I'm a little close to the steering wheel. So if you're going to fuss around with this, check that. Make sure that you've got space there, make sure you've got airbags at work, and make sure that you don't have any unanticipated blind spots in your vision because you've moved the position of your head forward and possibly higher. Not a big deal though, and like I said, saved my back. Cheap and easy. Hope it works for you. Okay, so a little footnote. If you're still not comfortable with the setup, you have a couple options. This is a yoga sandbag, very heavy, very sturdy. If you feel that you need more support for your lower back, meaning you need more of an arch there, you can wedge a sandbag behind your lower back, and that will tip your pelvis slightly forward and give you that arch. On the other hand, if you have too much of that, this compression in the front and a deep arch, then you're going to want to sit on the sandbag so that it actually makes more space here in the front of the hip. This solution has worked better for me. But again, each body is slightly different. So I encourage you to play around with this, drive for a few days, see if it's making a difference. If it is, you're in the right spot. If it's making it worse, try again. Okay, this should be helping. All of these things should make yoga an everyday thing for you.